All right, so gonna do things a little different for this video. In attempts to keep it short and simple, I'm gonna record the race recap while I'm going up this hill. And that way, hopefully I'll keep it short, and hopefully the sound of me panting won't stop you guys from watching this whole video, but we'll see about that. Okay, so yeah, I guess we'll just start with the swim. So the swim was easily the most beautiful most beautiful swim I've ever had in an Ironman event. I mean, the water was crystal clear. It was about 82 degrees, the water, so very warm, and the air was about the same at that point. So basically felt like you're kind of swimming in air. It was over kind of a sandy reef bottom, maybe like 20-30 foot depth for pretty much the whole swim. There's some deeper spots, but yeah, it was a super relaxed and pretty easy swim for me. I accidentally got seated pretty far back. I didn't really know how far back in the line I was, and a lot of the slower swimmers were up in front, but that's okay, it doesn't matter. Timing starts when your timing chip hits the mat. So got in. It was the first swim I've done that's a jump start, so you're jumping from a raised platform. Did a smooth dive that went well and got straight to swimming. Negative split the back half, so the front half I went out kind of slower, like 140 pace, and slowly that got down to around 120 for the last 1,000 meters. So swim time was 32 minutes, which for me is a PR. Would have liked to have been under 30. But like I said, it was a super relaxed swim for me. I was aware the whole time, able to go around, bob and weave through all the slower swimmers, and got out feeling good. Because it was so hot, I didn't want to blow up in the swim and then dig myself a deeper hole on the bike. So I went well. And by the time I got on the bike, everything was good. And the bike course was awesome. Super flat, kind of in a jungle road. Got palm trees, shade for the first probably 10 miles. Then you get around the south point, you're a little more exposed. Got super hot and a little bit of a headwind. But still, it was a good bike. I biked my best time, 240, which is a little slower. I was going for 230, but right in that range due to the heat is pretty good for me. One note on the bike, this was the most competitive and most willing to cheat crowd of racers I've ever seen. I saw a full peloton, 10, 15 people groups riding within feet, if not inches of each other, clearly working in teams. Through the whole bike, saw a lot of that, and no policing of that whatsoever, which is funny because I got a drafting penalty at my last race in Morro Bay for doing nothing. But anyways, besides that, it was also the most blatant littering I've ever seen by participants in any race. Throwing bottles into the jungle, just anytime they were done with nutrition, ditching it all over the course. Thankfully, the volunteers were awesome, and I saw them putting in work the whole day cleaning up after a lot of inconsiderate people. Anyways, get off the bike, get to the run. I was hoping for a similar time to Morro Bay, somewhere in the 130 to 135 range. That did not happen. Set out the first mile at like 7:15. My heart rate jumped up to like 180 and immediately felt sick, kind of like I was gonna pass out, and had to check my pace real hard. So pace kind of dropped over the next few miles. From mile like 2 to 7, I was running like 8 to 9 minute pace, and I ditched my nutrition plan because gels in the heat are not good. So I went to just full liquid nutrition, Coke, Gatorade, as much ice as I can get in my kit and hat, and then just pretty much went into self-preservation mode for the rest of the race. Got it to like mile 11, had my heart rate somewhat under control, pushed the final 2 at like around, I think 7:30 pace-ish, and finished, but not the result I wanted, not where my fitness is at. I feel like I could have raced better and easily taken off, I'd say 20 to 25 minutes off that run time, which would have given me the sub 5 time for a half Ironman, which is what I've been aiming for a while. So, bit of a bummer that things didn't go quite according to plan, but a lot of positives. Good swim, good bike, run. It's the heat. It was 94 degrees, 100% humidity, and that sounded something else down there. So that was my race. Love the island of Cozumel. Beautiful, picturesque, great place to vacation, brutal place for a run. I will be back. We'll get redemption. And yeah, we'll see, maybe next year.